Reverend Don Lewis coming to you from the St. Louis Pagan Picnic, and I'm here with Sugar and Rocky.
Hello.
Hello.
And why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do?
I am a fire and burlesque performer, and I do spiritual art flow routines. So.
Do you really want to know? I got
Absolutely.
I'm Rocky and I do stuff. I am actually an artist. In fact, over here is the artwork I did for our logo for House of Cyanide. And we sell curiosities, artworks. I usually sell myself on the. Oh wait, that's different. But we've been coming to Pagan Picnic how long now?
Over 10 years.
10 years now.
Yeah. 10 plus years, yeah.
So you must like picnic.
Yeah! Oh, yeah.
It's okay, I guess.
It helps that we're locals, you know. But yes, this is one of my favorite events of the year and one of our biggest events of the year.
What do you like best about it?
Just the diversity, really. Like
how welcoming and loving everybody is. Like everybody here is a friend you haven't met yet.
What's the biggest change you've seen in the picnic in the 10 years you've been coming?
How much it's grown. When I first started coming, it was more about the shopping, which the shopping is fabulous here. I know people that are handcraftsmen merchants, and they spend all year making their product and only vend here. So you'll find all kinds of one-of-a-kind stuff from that.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's great, but it's expanded. There's so much more. There's the workshops and the entertainment shows that are coming through. It's much more than just like a goblin market, if you will. Yeah.
Full of goblins looking to buy goblin-related things. Hello, fellow goblin. Would you like some goblin merchandise?
So if people wanted to learn more about you, or they wanted to see where you might be appearing, where would they go?
So I have a website. It's sugarcyanide.com. You can also find me on Facebook at The Sugar Cyanide and Instagram. I do have a YouTube. It's a little defunct, but it is still there, and that's Sugar Cyanide and House of Cyanide.
Don't you mean it's funky? Little,
and then he's Adamo Studios or The Art of Rocky.
Or just Rocky Andreotti.
Yeah,
try spelling that last name, I dare ya.
We'll have it as a subtitle.
Okay.
They only need to copy it.
Yeah. Rocky Andreotti, even I forgot the spelling of this name.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Having a wonderful rest of your day.
Yes.
And it's so good to see you.
So good to see you.
I saw him first.
And I'm a lifetime member of WitchSchool since like 2002.
Yay!
Hey! Now let's talk about something else though. These glasses.
Were a gift to me by one of my students, actually. So, yes.
They're very cool and very you.
Oh, thank you.
Very much.
Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis, and we're here at the St. Louis Pagan Picnic with Lindsey Piech. How are you?
I'm doing great. Love the picnic.
And you've come to picnic for many years, and what do you enjoy about the picnic?
Well, I think the picnic is a great time for people of all different traditions to come together in St. Louis. And what I love about it is seeing old friends, and every year I make new friends, and it's completely exhausting and it's totally amazing at the same time. And there's always some magic rolled in, and that's what I love about the picnic. It really represents our community.
Now, you have some background with WitchSchool, as I believe. Would you like to say a few words about that?
Sure. So, I've been a witch my whole life, but I didn't realize that there were people like me until around 2000, 2001. And I remember I went into a bookstore and I came home with 2 books, and it was Raymond Buckland's Big Blue and Christopher Penzak's Inner Temple of Witchcraft. And I read those in about 3 days, and I was looking for more. And so I went online, and the only thing that I could find of any substance was WitchSchool. And so I think I had one of the first batch of lifetime memberships.
Yay.
And what I remember most about that is I was living in an area in Michigan where there was no community. And that's really what people are looking for and craving is a sense of community. So even though I didn't have it in my own community where I lived, I had that community online, and I still remember my classmates and my first mentors, and I'm really grateful for you and for WitchSchool because at that time that's what I needed to help solidify my path and to keep me on the path. You know, not every community is like St. Louis and has a big festival like this. So I think WitchSchool was you were really the first, really the first, and so I'm very grateful for that.
Well, that's exactly why we started the school. So I love to hear stories like that because it means it was worth the doing.
Definitely.
So what are you doing now?
Oh my gosh. Well, last August I started a new circle. We're based in St. Charles, Missouri, and it's called Web of Arachne, and that's in honor of Spider. And it's a group of just women, and kind of our guiding principles are community, empowerment, and transformation. And so those are the things that we focus on our path.
And how do you find running a group?
It's a lot of work, but it's amazing. You know, last August, first I never thought I was going to start a group of my own. I thought I was going to be solitary. And last August, a few girls and I were going to get together in my living room. And then my living room wasn't big enough, and so we moved to a friend's house. And that wasn't big enough, so we rented a space for our first ritual. And then for our second ritual, we had to rent a larger space. And so it's a lot of work.
It's the right time.
But the women keep coming, and I think it all goes back to that community. Everybody wants companionship, even if they're solitary.
Now, is there a website or anything for Circle of Arachne?
Yes, there is. It's just webofarachne.org, or you can find us on Facebook just by putting in Web of Arachne.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's great to see you. Hello, this is Reverend Don Lewis, and I am here with Paz.
Hello,
And you are involved in the Trilathon gathering.
I am.
Would you like to tell our viewers what that is and where they can find out about that?
Well, Trilathon was designed to be a pagan clergy retreat to help with training skills and learning for self-care for people that provide services to the community, and just have a place where we can retreat and build support for other clergy persons. And if they want more information, they can go to trilathon.com.
Very cool. And you also do many other things. And so would you like to tell our viewers a little bit about who you are and what you do and so forth?
Well, I'm currently High Priestess of the Conclave of the Craft. It's a first temple of the craft of Wicca tradition. And with that, we teach seekers and we teach dedicate programs and have other projects. And we're currently working on a larger project to help train clergy. And I also plan and organize Mid-Missouri Pagan Pride Day. And I have recently in the last several years, helped other church organizations get their clergy programs up and running and, just do my thing.
Very cool. Well, we're here at the St. Louis picnic.
Yes.
Are you having a good time?
I'm having a fabulous time. It's a great day here.
And you've come to the picnic many years, I
Yes.
believe. What do you most enjoy about this event as opposed to any other events?
I think I enjoy the fact that there are so many people here from so many different traditions, and we're all in one space, and this is one time when we really are okay with that.
Yes, indeed. And in your opinion, what do we most need for the future in the pagan community?
In my opinion, for the future pagan community, we need cooperation. It doesn't mean we have to be one unified source, but we need to be able to work across boundaries, across traditions, across paths, to provide supporting networks for our people, because there aren't pagan places for them to go for funeral services, and there aren't pagan places for them to go if they need food. There aren't those kinds of support systems you find in some of the larger religions. And because we're all small, independent paths, we kind of need to share that commonality enough that we can provide these services to people.
Very good. And what would you say is the biggest change that you have seen in the community during your time?
The largest change I think I've seen in the community during my time is more openness. When I first started in the pagan community, nobody talked about who they were. You weren't out as a pagan. It just didn't happen. And now, we have new pagans coming out of the woodwork, it seems, everywhere, young people are picking up books and reading online, and they're bloggers that are 20 years old that have been practicing for 10 years themselves because their parents were pagan. I think that's the biggest change I've seen.
And do you perceive this as a good thing?
Yes, I do.
I do too. I think it's wonderful to see this develop.
Yes.
And I think I would agree that it's the best development that we have seen. So if you had the chance to say one thing to our viewers, which you do, what would you say?
I would say reach out, get to know your community, and help any way that you can. Be present with where you are.
Wonderful. Now, if people wanted to learn more about you, or more about the projects you're involved with, where would they go?
They would go to conclaveofthecraft.org.
Very good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.